So, hey everybody, I think I'm connected now. This is my first attempt at doing a Substack Live, so bear with me as I'm getting used to it. Uh, this live is about uh, the story, The Invisible Simp, the book that I'm currently working on, that I've been posting on. How I got the idea for The Invisible Simp is just that title alone is just crazy. And I had always been interested in some of the classic monsters like Dracula, Frankenstein, the Invisible Man, and so I just thought this would be an interesting story to to explore, an interesting concept, and the world it comes from is. I was always a big fan of slasher films growing up, so it has that slasher film. But then I was also in my 20s, I was involved in ministry and prophetic culture, revival culture, um, charismatic type culture, and that's kind of weaved into the story to create this interesting world of a mixture between slasher with revival, prophetic culture, all kind of mixed in together with a John Hughes heart. That's kind of the core of the story. The original idea for the story was going to be much darker, more like Taxi Driver or The Joker. But as I started to explore this world, it was just kind of like a satire thing, and as the story goes on, for those of you who's been reading it, it becomes more and more um, unbelievable, but in that slasher kind of way, and kind of poke fun at the slasher genre, kind of poke fun at revival culture, purity culture, that type of thing. And I just happened to release this book when all these scandals was coming out. That wasn't my intent at all. I thought it'd be an interesting story to explore. I just happened to release it, like the day of or the day after all these scandals started coming out. I I've been I've been through my own struggles with when I was connected to that world. Nothing like some of the things that's coming out, but I did have my own time of what I call spiritual abuse and things like that. But nothing like some of the crazy stories we've been hearing for people that's been keeping up with that. Um, but yeah, what really kind of sparked the idea was, like I said, the Invisible Man type story. And I just thought it would be interesting to explore it in this world. And then the theme of invisibility, being invisible in the social media world that we now live in, or feeling invisible when you're in a crowd, feeling invisible when you're at church, just feeling invisible as a human or a human, and how we all kind of go through that lonely times of loneliness and invisibility where we feel like we're not uh, being seen. We feel like we're not heard. And I just kind of wanted to explore that in a fun satire, horror, slasher um, kind of way. Um, but yeah, just the desire for validation, all of these type of things. So yeah, this is kind of a short Substack, but I mean, I'm just kind of testing this out, the live feature. Let me know if you've been reading the story, or if you're interested in reading the story, or if you what types of stories, for those of you who follow me and subscribe to me, what's your favorite kind of stories that I write? What's your favorite type of articles that I write? What would you like to see more from me? What would you like to see less of from me? So yeah, this is just kind of a short introduction, a short live, but this is my first live. And I'll have more in the future. So I wanted to thank you for joining my first Substack live. I wanted to thank you for watching me stumble through it, and I plan to do more lives, talking about horror, writing, filmmaking, the creative journey. So if there's any topics you want me to cover, DM me or let me know in the comments. But yeah, So I hope you enjoyed this first attempt at live. Thanks. Bye.